my god, I'm obsessed with this place. I absolutely love it. Colourful Copenhagen, a beautiful, vibrant city filled with history where the water runs through and cyclists ride their bikes freely. Its oldest streets remain untouched and get prettier as time goes by. Named one of the happiest cities in Europe, you can certainly see why. And it's absolutely bustling with life even on Christmas Day, which is amazing to see. And every winter it has what must be one of the best fireworks displays in the world.
Wow, oh my god. Oh, that was absolutely phenomenal.
Copenhagen is undeniably a great place to visit in summer, but you can have an equally great time in Denmark's capital in the colder months too. Just 1 week ago we flew from London to Riga to explore Latvia's capital and the Christmas market named the best in Europe. It's like the most epic Christmassy setting for it ever. Since then, we've taken the bus to Tallinn in Estonia and enjoyed a medieval dreamland, hopped on the ferry across to Helsinki in Finland, sailed on a 17-hour cruise across the Baltic Sea to Stockholm in Sweden, and now we're about to ride the train to Denmark's capital. Let's go. We are now waiting at Stockholm Central Station to go to Copenhagen. So we're going to spend Christmas at a nice hotel in Copenhagen. It's very cold, -5 today, but blue sky, sun shining. So we're looking forward to the journey and seeing what it's got to offer, and also exploring what's probably going to be a very quiet Copenhagen over Christmas. But we're looking forward to it very much. We set off on the 5-hour journey across Sweden on one of the most comfortable trains we've ever been on. We were travelling on Sweden's SJ Snabbtåg train, and we were a big fan of all the space we had. Tickets were about £50 each. Leaving Stockholm behind was sad as it was such a colourful, historic place, but we knew we were heading to another. We really recommend taking this train route. It absolutely flew by, probably helped by the fact Sweden treated us to beautiful nature with snow-capped fields and forests to enjoy. Before we knew it, we arrived in Copenhagen and checked into the Ascot hotel where we were staying. We enjoyed a few drinks at the bar and then did what everyone does on Christmas Eve. Watched Home Alone with a cheese board on an ironing board. Money. Christmas vibe? We ventured out on Christmas Day for a walk and were immediately met by Copenhagen's grand architecture. No matter which way you turn, there's an impressive building to gaze at. After checking out Stork Fountain with the Nicolaj Art Gallery building poking its head out behind it, we continued wandering around. And there seemed to be a common theme to what we saw. Bikes and colourful buildings. Every building bursts with the vibrant splashes of paint they're given. And Marnie noticed something else cool about Copenhagen too.
All these shops are so nice, I want to go in them. They're just vases, but they're so nice.
Very pretty shops. Once we'd gazed through windows of shops we wish we could go in, it was time to go and check out one of the most impressive feats of the city, its oldest street. It feels very old here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to Magstraede. Famous street for how it looks and for how old it is.
So pretty.
Magstraede is just one of the few streets in Copenhagen's Old Town that has its original cobblestone paving still intact. Sat in the heart of the city centre is one of the oldest streets in the capital. Beautiful brickwork mixes in with the house fronts painted in an array of colours on the buildings which date back to the 17th century. We were really taken in by the history of the street as we gazed up in awe at the impressive centuries-old architecture. It's absolutely worth a stop off, and it also makes for that perfect Instagram snap to capture the essence of Copenhagen. We are just taking a Christmas Day walk around Copenhagen, which has been very, very nice so far. We woke up and had the biggest breakfast you could imagine. We squeezed in everything we could at the Christmas breakfast buffet, which was very nice. We're just walking past Christiansborg Palace now. We've been down Magstraede. I don't know if I'm butchering the pronunciation of that, but it's one of the oldest streets in Copenhagen. Absolutely beautiful down there, and it's so peaceful and quiet today because it's Christmas. But still a lot of people out enjoying the city, and some very unique, interesting stuff that we've discovered along the way. And we're looking forward to going down to Nyhavn in a minute. Marnie, you having a good time?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. You can't beat a good Christmas Day stroll. And we're going to go back to the hotel room, the Ascot hotel we're staying at, which is very nice. We're going to go back there and enjoy some Prosecco and some beers and a cheese board this evening.
Christiansborg Palace lies on the island of Slotsholmen, which has been recognised as the centre of the government of Denmark since the Middle Ages. The grand-looking palace building houses the Danish Parliament, the Supreme Court of Denmark, the Prime Minister's office and the staterooms of the Queen. The palace as it stands today was completed in 1928, but has been home to the monarchy for centuries, for the last 800 years in fact. As you wander out the front, a statue of former King Frederick VII on horseback stands majestically to commemorate his role in transitioning Denmark from an absolute to a constitutional monarchy. Just along from the palace is Holmens Kirke, or the Church of Holmen. It was first built as an anchor forge in 1563, before it was converted into a naval church by Christian IV in 1619. Its location on the waterside makes for a beautiful setting. A little further down the road in this enclave of magnificent landmarks you can see Børsen. This imposing 17th century waterfront building was initially built as a stock exchange building. It's since become a popular tourist attraction for its striking spire, which is shaped as the tails of 4 dragons twined together, and they tower 56 metres into the sky. The building is protected and is considered a prime example of the Dutch Renaissance style here in Denmark. Then it was time to walk along the riverside to the place we were most excited about seeing, Nyhavn.
We're about to see Nyhavn for the first time, and I am excited!
Nyhavn is arguably the most iconic spot in Copenhagen. Colourful 17th and 18th century buildings line the street all the way along the side of the 450-metre canal. What was originally a commercial port where ships from all over the world would dock is now a thriving hotspot home to townhouses, bars, cafes and restaurants. As a nod to its bustling maritime past, several historical wooden ships also still sit in the water. The combination of fascinating sights makes for a stunning scene for you to enjoy.
We made it to Nyhavn, we've arrived, and it's absolutely bustling with life even on Christmas Day, which is amazing to see. Loads of the places are actually open. And as with every single place that we seem to come to, I've just said to Marnie, this is the favourite place I've ever been to, I absolutely love it. I've definitely realised that I've got an obsession with colourful buildings, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with this place. I absolutely love it. We're going to take a walk down here now. Just walked over the bridge, over the canal, river, wherever it is. I don't even know, I'm just obsessed. And we're going to go and take a look down here now, and it's so Christmassy. It's like the best Christmas Day feeling you could ever have. It's got all my favourite things rolled into one. Water, boats and colourful buildings, and it's Christmas time. Are you excited, Marnie? Are you ready to go and explore more? Yeah!
After wandering along Nyhavn and taking it all in, we headed back to our hotel for a relaxing Christmas evening. We enjoyed 1 or 2 Carlsbergs, I mean, how can you not when you're in Denmark, and a makeshift cheeseboards of sorts with some Prosecco. Then it was time to rest up. We were straight back to Nyhavn for lunch on Boxing Day though, and stopped off at Nyhavn 17. So we've come for some lunch on Boxing Day at a bar/restaurant called Nyhavn 17 here, ironically on Nyhavn. And we're both going to go for some burgers just to settle our tummies after overindulging on Christmas Day yesterday. We had a very nice, relaxing Christmas Day at the hotel and a much needed break in the middle of the trip. So we're very much looking forward to some good food now in a very nice restaurant which is very nicely decorated. And then we're going to go for a walk along the beautiful Nyhavn. And then tonight there is some fireworks which we didn't know about until yesterday when they went off, and it was very loud and very scary. So we googled it and realised that at Tivoli Gardens they're doing fireworks yesterday and tonight, so we're going to get a ticket and go and watch them tonight and kill 2 birds with 1 stone and check out Tivoli Gardens, which is obviously very beautiful and it's lit up like a Christmas tree for Christmas. So we're looking forward to that. So yeah. Our second visit to this area also gave us the opportunity to explore Nyhavn by night and see how beautiful it looked all lit up. We just wanted to take a very quick moment to mention that we did pay a visit to one of the most obscure and unique parts of Copenhagen called Freetown Christiania. It lies to the east of the city centre and is renowned for its open sale of cannabis despite being illegal in Denmark. You aren't allowed to film at all once you're inside the commune, nor even really take pictures, so we couldn't really show you around. We took a quick few snaps at the entrance, but it's safe to say the whole experience is very bizarre, simply because it's such a unique way of living. It's certainly something else though. We rounded off our visit to Denmark with a trip to the famous Tivoli Gardens in the evening.
Wow, this is amazing!
This is the entrance as well.
It's like, yeah, already blown away.
It's another of Copenhagen's well-known tourist attractions, but seeing it lit up at night at Christmas time might possibly be the most special time of year to visit. Something that caught our eye in particular was the Chinese style to some of the buildings and rides, such as the pantomime theatre here. With its unique decoration and appearance, it's one of the landmarks of Tivoli. Beautiful flowers and Christmas trees made it seem even more magical. In a similar theme, the illuminated Chinese tower looks very impressive as it glistens off the water, and it almost transports you to somewhere else in the world, which does feel very cool. We were in awe at all the stunning lights that created a Christmas dreamland around the amusement park that draws in millions of people every single year. The park itself has been in operation since 1843, and it's the 3rd oldest amusement park in the world that's still running. The whole park was just dazzling, as you can see. After we'd taken a stroll around, we got ourselves in position for the fireworks display. It's safe to say we were not prepared for quite how remarkable it was going to be.
That's amazing.
We sped this bit up because the display was never ending. It was just absolutely astonishing. We did find out that they always have fireworks on Christmas Day and Boxing Day at Tivoli Gardens, as well as every Saturday night during summer. But there was something about this being a festive fireworks display that made it seem even more special. I mean, we're pretty sure that this was the best fireworks display we've ever seen.
Oh my God. Oh, that was absolutely phenomenal.
Earlier that day, we had also received some very tragic news that Marnie's pet dog Wolfie had sadly passed away. So there were certainly a few tears shed as we watched this incredible display and dedicated it to little Wolfie.